The massive alien vessel materialized at the edge of Earth's solar system without warning. Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the EDS Vigilant, Earth's most advanced public warship, watching the holographic display as the mysterious craft dwarfed her vessel by a factor of 20. Her crew maintained remarkable composure despite facing humanity's first contact with an alien civilization. Unknown vessel, this is Admiral Sarah Chen of the Earth Defense Fleet. You have entered sovereign Earth space. Please identify yourself and state your intentions, she broadcast on all frequencies. The response came in perfect English, the aliens' translation systems evidently far more advanced than expected. Primitive species, I am High Commander Vexthor of the Zarkil Imperium. We have ruled this sector of space for 50,000 years. Your recent expansion beyond your atmosphere has drawn our attention. You will submit to our authority or face extinction. Sarah's lips tightened into a thin line. After 15 years commanding Earth's defensive fleet, she had hoped first contact would be peaceful. Humanity had prepared for this exact scenario. High Commander, she replied, keeping her voice steady. Earth does not submit to threats. We request peaceful dialogue as equals. Mocking laughter filled the communication channel. Equals. Your species still uses primitive fusion drives and projectile weapons. Our smallest scout ships could reduce your entire fleet to atoms. You have one planetary rotation to surrender control of your world. Resistance will result in your species' termination. Sarah opened a secure quantum channel to Earth Defense Command. Control, this is Chen. We have a Code Omega situation. Requesting authorization to activate Protocol Thunderbolt. There was a brief pause before General Marcus Zhang's voice responded. Authorization granted. Admiral, show them what humanity has been hiding. Sarah allowed herself a small smile. Understood, Control. She switched back to the open channel. High Commander Vexthor, before you make any hasty decisions, perhaps you should count again. Count what? Primitive. The alien commander sneered. Our ships. At that moment, 5 massive vessels emerged from quantum cloaking fields around the solar system. Each one made the Zarkil vessel look small in comparison. The EDS Hyperion, Titan, Atlas, Prometheus, and Helios, humanity's secret dreadnought fleet. Complete silence filled the communication channels as the alien vessel's sensors registered the new arrivals. When Vexthor spoke again, his arrogance had been replaced by shock. Impossible. Your species possesses no such technology. Our surveillance showed nothing of this scale. That was rather the point, Sarah replied. Humanity learned long ago to keep our true capabilities hidden. These ships represent 30 years of secret development, preparing for the day we'd meet species like yours. Now shall we discuss that peaceful dialogue as equals? The Zarkil vessel's weapons powered down. The Imperium will not forget this deception, Vexthor growled. It wasn't deception, High Commander. It was insurance. Earth extends an invitation for diplomatic talks, as equals, or you can test your theories about reducing our fleet to atoms. Your choice. The massive alien ship held position for several long moments before Vexthor responded. We will consider your offer of diplomacy. But know this, the other ancient powers will not react well to your revelation. The Nexera Consortium and the Cathan Dominion will see your hidden strength as a threat. Then they'll discover what you just did, Sarah said firmly. Humanity won't be bullied, High Commander. We'll meet any threat with appropriate force. Now shall we begin those diplomatic discussions? As the two vessels began coordinating for formal first contact procedures, Sarah knew this was just the beginning. Humanity had revealed one of its greatest secrets, but not all of them. The 5 dreadnoughts weren't just massive. They contained technological innovations that would shock even the ancient powers. If the Zarkil or their allies chose conflict over cooperation, they'd learn why Earth had named its ships after titans. The real question was, how would the other ancient powers react when they learned a young species had managed to surpass them in secret? Sarah had a feeling she'd find out soon enough. But humanity was ready. They hadn't spent 3 decades building the most powerful ships in known space just to submit to the first aliens who made demands. The age of humanity hiding its true capabilities was over. The age of humanity as a major galactic power was about to begin. Dr. Maya Patel stood before the United Earth Council, her hands steady despite the weight of the moment. The holographic display behind her showed the first detailed images of the Zarkil ship, captured during the confrontation at the system's edge. But more importantly, it showed how humanity had managed to outmaneuver an ancient civilization that had ruled space for 50 millennia. 25 years ago, she began, when we detected the first hints of artificial signals from deep space, we knew we weren't alone. What the public doesn't know is that those signals contained weapons fire. We witnessed a battle between two advanced civilizations, and it terrified us. The council chamber remained silent as Maya brought up new holograms, showing the early designs of Project Titan. We realized that any civilization we met would likely be thousands of years ahead of us technologically. Traditional development wouldn't be enough. We needed to think differently. The images shifted to show the massive underground facilities on Mars, hidden beneath the surface of seemingly routine mining operations. Instead of following the expected technological progression, we went straight for the theoretical limits of physics. While the public space program worked with conventional engines, we poured resources into quantum mechanics, dark energy manipulation, and artificial gravity wells. Council President Rodriguez leaned forward. "And you kept this hidden for 25 years. How?" Maya smiled. "By making sure everyone was looking in the wrong direction. The public saw small incremental advances in our space program. Meanwhile, we used quantum tunneling to hollow out entire sections of Mars, building shipyards larger than cities. Every failed experiment in our public labs was actually a success we kept hidden." The hologram showed the construction of the first Dreadnought, the EDS Hyperion. We didn't just build big ships. We rebuilt the laws of physics. The Hyperion's quantum core can manipulate space-time itself. The Titan can generate artificial singularities. The Atlas carries enough computational power to simulate entire realities. And the ancient powers never detected this. Counselor Chen asked. "They saw what they expected to see," Maya explained. "Our public ships use fusion drives and railguns because that's what a young species should have. The Dreadnoughts. They're beyond anything the ancient powers have conceived because we approached the problem from a completely different direction." The display shifted to show the theoretical physics behind the ship's technology. The ancient powers built their technology step by step over millennia. We started with quantum mechanics and worked backward. While they perfected conventional space drives, we learned to fold space. While they enhanced their energy weapons, we learned to manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe. Maya's expression grew serious. "But our greatest advantage isn't technological. It's psychological. The ancient powers believe they've seen every possible path of technological development. They've grown complacent. We're about to show them how wrong they are." New alerts flashed across the display. Long-range sensors had detected multiple fleets approaching from different vectors. The Nexari Consortium and Cathan Dominion had received word of humanity's deception, and they weren't happy. "They're coming to test us," Maya said calmly. "Good, because the 5 Dreadnoughts they've seen, they're just the beginning. The Prometheus and Helios carry technologies we haven't even revealed yet, and beneath the surface of Mars, we're building something that will redefine the very nature of space warfare." The council chamber erupted in concerned whispers, but Maya raised her hand. "We knew this day would come. That's why we spent 25 years preparing for it. The ancient powers think they're coming to put a young species in its place. Instead, they're about to learn that humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology. It's our capacity to reimagine what's possible." The display showed the 5 Dreadnoughts moving into defensive positions around Earth. Each ship was a testament to human ingenuity, a fusion of theoretical physics and practical engineering that the ancient powers had never imagined. But it was the project still hidden beneath Mars that would truly change everything. "Let them come," Maya said firmly. "Humanity is ready to take its place among the stars, not as servants to ancient powers, but as equals who dared to dream bigger than anyone thought possible." As she concluded her briefing, new alerts showed more alien fleets entering the outer solar system. The ancient powers had ruled space for 50,000 years, but they had never faced a species that had spent 25 years preparing specifically to challenge their dominion. The real question wasn't whether humanity could survive their response. It was whether the galaxy was ready for how humanity would change everything. Captain Elena Santos watched from the bridge of the EDS Prometheus as the combined fleets of 3 ancient powers emerged from hyperspace near Proxima Centauri. The Nexeri ships gleamed like polished crystal, the Cathan vessels rippled with energy patterns that hurt the eyes, and the Zarkil Dreadnoughts powered up weapons that could shatter moons. 300 ships, her tactical officer, James Chen, reported. "They're spreading out to surround our position." Elena allowed herself a small smile. The ancient powers had brought enough firepower to subjugate a dozen worlds, but they still didn't understand what they were facing. "All ships, battle formation Delta," she ordered. The 5 human dreadnoughts moved into position, their massive forms casting shadows across space itself. "Remember your training. Everything we've prepared for happens now." The alien fleet's commanders transmitted simultaneously, their combined message broadcast across all frequencies. "Deceptive humans," the Nexeri High Crystal's voice chimed like breaking glass. "Surrender your advanced technology and submit to our authority. This is your only warning." "You still don't understand," Elena replied calmly. "Computer, activate the Prometheus protocol." The space around the human dreadnoughts began to twist as previously hidden systems came online. Quantum fields warped reality itself as the ships revealed their true nature. The Hyperion's hull shifted, revealing layers of technology that defied conventional physics. The Titan's weapons arrays reconfigured into formations that shouldn't have been possible. "Impossible," the Cathan commander's voice crackled with energy. "These energy readings, they violate fundamental laws of physics." "No," Elena corrected. "They violate your understanding of physics. Humanity didn't just build bigger ships. We rebuilt the rules. All ships, execute Battle Plan Omega." The human dreadnoughts moved with impossible grace for vessels their size. The Hyperion phased through space, appearing behind the Nexeri fleet. Its main weapons fired, but instead of conventional energy beams, it released concentrated streams of manipulated spacetime. 20 crystal ships shattered as reality itself twisted around them. The Titan engaged the Cathan fleet, its quantum core generating microsingularities that pulled enemy vessels into carefully calculated traps. The Atlas's computational arrays predicted enemy movements seconds before they happened, allowing it to target ships before they even began to move. "They're coordinating a mass attack," James warned as the remaining alien vessels regrouped. "Perfect," Elena smiled. "Activate the Prometheus's primary systems. Show them why we named this ship after the one who gave fire to humanity." The Prometheus's hull began to glow with impossible energies. The alien fleet launched their attack, thousands of energy beams and exotic matter torpedoes streaking through space. But before they could reach the human ships, the Prometheus revealed its true purpose. Reality rippled around the human dreadnought as it activated technology that had remained hidden even from the other human ships. The incoming fire didn't impact shields. It simply ceased to exist, absorbed into fields of pure possibility. By the first light, the Zarkil commander gasped. "What are you?" "We are humanity," Elena replied. "We spent 25 years preparing not just to match your technology, but to transcend it. The Prometheus doesn't just defend against attacks, it rewrites the local laws of physics. Your weapons literally cannot work within its influence." The alien fleet's formation broke as ships tried to retreat, but it was too late. The Prometheus released its stored energy, not as a weapon, but as a wave of pure possibility. Where it passed, ships found their advanced technology simply stopped working, reduced to their most basic components by fundamental changes in how physics operated in that region of space. Status report. Elena commanded as the wave dissipated. 247 enemy ships disabled. James reported. The rest are retreating. No casualties on either side. Just as planned. Elena nodded with satisfaction. Humanity had won its first major space battle without destroying a single enemy crew. The Prometheus's technology hadn't just defeated the ancient powers, it had shown them a level of advancement they had never imagined possible. Open a channel to all ships, she ordered. When the connection was established, she addressed both her fleet and the disabled alien vessels. This battle is over. We will assist in rescuing your crews and repairing your ships. But remember this, humanity does not seek to destroy or conquer. We simply refuse to be conquered. As rescue operations began, Elena knew this victory would reshape the galaxy's power structure. The ancient powers had ruled through technological superiority for 50 millennia. In a single battle, humanity had proven that their understanding of physics itself was incomplete. But it was the project still hidden beneath Mars that would truly change everything. The Prometheus had rewritten physics on a local level. What was coming would do it on a galactic scale. The age of the ancient powers was ending. The age of human innovation was about to begin. Grand Arbiter Xalthos of the Nexari Consortium stared at the holographic representations of 12 ancient civilizations gathered for this unprecedented emergency council. In 50,000 years of space travel, nothing had united the old powers like this upstart human species. The battle at Proxima Centauri changes everything. The crystalline being's voice resonated through the quantum-linked council chamber. These humans don't just possess advanced technology. They understand fundamental forces of the universe in ways we never imagined. Energy patterns shifted as Kathen Commander Versal spoke. Our analysis of the battle data is disturbing. Their ships didn't just defeat our weapons. They rewrote the laws of physics themselves. This goes beyond mere technological superiority. Then we must crush them now, High General Mextar of the Zarkil Imperium growled. Before they grow stronger. A new voice joined the conversation. Queen Zira of the Silicon Consciousness, oldest of the ancient powers. Her digital avatar shimmered with complexity built over 100,000 years of evolution. You speak of crushing them, yet you fail to understand what we truly face. These humans didn't follow any of the normal technological progression paths. They looked at physics itself and asked, why not change the rules? The council chamber fell silent. Queen Zira continued, her artificial intelligence processing countless scenarios simultaneously. In 50,000 years, none of us thought to question the fundamental laws we built our civilizations upon. These humans did it in 25 years. Do you understand what that means? It means they're dangerous, Mextar insisted. We must. It means they're innovative, Zira interrupted. While we perfected what we knew, they imagined what could be. The battle at Proxima wasn't just a military defeat. It was proof that our understanding of the universe is incomplete. Deep in human space, unaware of this gathering, Project Director Maya Patel stood in the massive underground chamber beneath Mars's surface. The device her team had spent 15 years building was finally ready. Unlike the Dreadnoughts, which could locally alter physics, this would change the fundamental constants of space across the entire galaxy. Back in the Ancient Powers Council, the debate raged on. I have committed my entire fleet, announced Emperor Cax of the Quantum Dynasty. 10,000 ships will converge on the Sol system. Even their reality-altering technology cannot stand against such numbers. Queen Zira's avatar flickered with what might have been amusement. You still don't understand. These humans showed us only what they wanted us to see. Does anyone truly believe they revealed all their capabilities in that first battle? On Mars, Maya gave the activation order. The massive device hummed to life, its quantum cores beginning a cascade that would reshape space itself. The ancient powers were about to learn why humanity had named the project Prometheus Unbound. In the council chamber, alarms suddenly blared across all frequencies. What's happening? Mextar demanded as his sensors went crazy. Quantum fluctuations detected across all space. Versal reported energy patterns swirling in agitation. The fundamental constants, they're shifting. Queen Zira's avatar expanded, analyzing the changes. Remarkable. They're not just rewriting local physics, they're changing how the universe itself works. But only in ways that affect advanced technology, while leaving biological life unharmed. 5 years after the Great Equalizer changed the fundamental laws of physics, Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the observation deck of Nexus Station, the massive space facility orbiting a neutral point between Earth and the former ancient powers' territories. Below her, representatives from 100 civilizations gathered for the first Galactic Innovation Summit. Quite a change from our first contact, isn't it? High Commander Vexthor of the former Zarkil Imperium approached, his once arrogant bearing replaced by thoughtful curiosity. Like all the ancient powers, the Zarkil had been forced to evolve when their advanced technology stopped working. Change was always inevitable, Sarah replied, watching as human scientists mingled with their alien counterparts. We just helped speed it along. In the main chamber, Dr. Maya Patel stood at the podium, addressing the gathered species. The Great Equalizer wasn't meant to punish or restrict, she explained. It was meant to inspire. By changing what was possible, we forced everyone to think differently. And look what we've accomplished in just 5 years. The massive display behind her showed images of new technologies that worked within the changed laws of physics. The Nexari had combined their crystalline engineering with human theoretical physics to create sustainable fusion reactors that could power entire worlds. The Cathan's energy-based biology led them to discover entirely new forms of clean power generation. But the greatest discovery wasn't technological, Maya continued. It was psychological. When we removed the ability to dominate through superior technology, we discovered something remarkable. Species started cooperating instead of competing. Queen Zira's digital avatar manifested beside Sarah and Vexthor. Your species took an enormous risk. The ancient eye observed. You didn't just change physics. You forced an entire galaxy to confront its assumptions. That was the point. Sarah smiled. Earth's history taught us that true progress doesn't come from having the biggest weapons or most advanced technology. It comes from innovation, cooperation, and the willingness to imagine something better. In the chamber below, representatives from younger civilizations, species that would have been suppressed under the old order, presented their own discoveries. Without the threat of technological domination, dozens of races had emerged from hiding, bringing fresh perspectives and new ideas. The human concept of open-source development has revolutionized how we approach problems, Vexthor admitted. When we shared our basic technology instead of hoarding it, we found other species improving it in ways we never imagined. Maya's presentation continued, showing the next phase of galactic development. The Great Equalizer didn't just change physics, it changed us. We've learned that true advancement comes not from dominating others, but from combining our unique perspectives. Every species sees the universe differently. Together, we can see it more completely. The station's quantum sensors detected a new ship emerging from faster-than-light travel, one of the new hybrid vessels developed through multi-species cooperation. It used principles from human theoretical physics, Nexari crystalline technology, and Cathan energy manipulation, all working within the new laws of physics. More importantly, its designs were freely shared among all civilizations. We're documenting entirely new laws of physics. Queen Zira's avatar shimmered with excitement. Not just changing the old ones, but discovering principles that none of us understood before. The universe is far stranger and more wonderful than any of us imagined. Sarah watched as Maya unveiled the summit's most ambitious project yet, a proposal for galactic exploration using principles that transcended traditional space travel entirely. That's what humanity brought to the galaxy, she said quietly. Not just the ability to change physics, but the courage to imagine something better. And if we discover principles that could lead back to technological domination? Vex Thor asked. Then we'll face that challenge together. Sarah replied. The age of empires is over. This is the age of innovation, cooperation, and endless possibility. Below them, the gathered species, ancient and young, organic and artificial, traditional and exotic, continued sharing ideas. Humanity's great gamble had paid off. By forcing the galaxy to change, they had created something entirely new. A civilization built not on power or dominance, but on the shared pursuit of knowledge and understanding. The great equalizer had changed the laws of physics, but humanity's real victory was changing how an entire galaxy thought about progress. As Maya concluded her presentation, she shared the words that had become the motto of this new era. The only true limits are the ones we choose to believe in. In the space around Nexus Station, ships of all species continued to arrive, each bringing new ideas and perspectives to share. The age of ancient powers and technological suppression was over. The age of infinite possibility had truly begun.